So in the previous video, we got till here and we plotted our frequency characteristic like this. And now the question that we are asking is this frequency characteristic a low pass characteristic? Is it a high pass characteristic? Or maybe it's a band stop characteristic? Well, what is it and how do we know? Okay, so to do that, what we'll have to look at is what. So remember, what we are plotting here is normalized frequency, right? We went from the digital signal uh, and we calculated the frequency response. So this is normalized frequency. Now, if we convert this normalized frequency into actual analog frequency, what do the frequencies correspond to? So if we do that, you realize that 2 pi becomes fs and pi becomes fs by 2. Okay. Now, if you sample a signal with a sampling frequency of fs, what is the maximum frequency in the signal that you get? It's fs by 2, isn't it? So you cannot, that's the Nyquist criteria. So the Nyquist criteria states that fs has to be greater than or equal to twice of fm, right? So this is the maximum frequency, and fs has to be greater than or equal to twice of fm. So in other words, fm is less than or equal to fs by 2. So the signal has got frequencies only from 0 to pi, only from 0 to fs by 2. There is nothing in the signal from pi to 2 pi. Okay. In fact, without trying to prove it, though you should be able to prove it with the equations that you know, the frequency characteristics from pi to 2 pi is always going to be a mirror image from 0 to 2 pi. So this, let's call it area 1, and the pi to 2 pi, let's call it area 2. So 2 is always a mirror image of 1. Okay, but let's not dwell there. So the maximum frequency of the signal is here till here. So what is it doing? So you can see that for low frequencies, that is for zero frequency, this particular filter has got a high gain, and for high frequencies, it's got a low gain. So it's some kind of a low pass filter. It's not a very good low pass filter because, as you can see, it's not, I mean, what will it cut off frequency be? Somewhere here, right? So it's not a very good low pass filter, but the shape is approximately that of a low pass filter here. Hope that makes sense.